Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful day. And no matter whenever you see this, whether it's good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, I have a message to share with you. So, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. And as you can see, half my hair is gone. And let me tell you why. I never knew mental health until I was around the age of 12. That's when I really got introduced to mental health. There was a girl that I won't say her name, but if people know me, they know who I'm talking about. Not my best friend Alana, but there was a girl who I looked at and I looked up to because nobody likes her. Nobody could stand her. And I found out later why, because she slept with people's men. And she even tried to sleep with my man, and I tried to help her. But before all that happened, I was like, okay, nobody likes you. I'll be your friend. She was like, what? I said, I'll be your friend. And she said, why you going to be my friend? I'm like, because nobody was my friend when I first got here. And it's hard being in a neighborhood where people don't like you. People don't know you. They judge you. They misunderstand you. And I was just meeting my best friend who became my true best friend, Alana. But it was when I was picking a best friend, I was like, okay, I really don't know nobody. I need a friend. Half the year I was with my mom and half the year I was with my dad. The first half with my mom was easy because everybody had the first same day of school. But the half with my dad was challenging because I would be gone a half a year to go with my mom, and then it'll be my first day of school. But everyone else, it was their half year mark with the same people. So they had the seats that they were sitting at, the lunch table, the bus. Everyone else already had friends. So I was like, okay, this is challenging. I love my dad, but I don't like the way it makes me feel when I'm with my quote-unquote friends or associates, because I never was here a whole year. I felt like an outcast. I felt like I wasn't liked. I wasn't really known. People heard of me. They didn't know me like in person. And they didn't have time to get to know me and to understand me. And especially being an adolescent, around 12 to 13 years old, it was challenging. So I remember being her best friend. I was like, I'll be your best friend. And she had odor issues. And I'm like, are you taking showers? She was like, I'm taking showers. I remember her taking a shower and still being kind of sweaty and not knowing that she had a hormonal imbalance. So that meant that she got muskier easier than most people. And it wasn't until it happened to me that I really fully understood that. Had to take showers more frequently, apply deodorant more frequently than the normal person. And I remember her saying that I don't want to live anymore. And me saying, why not? And she said, well, all this bad stuff is happening and nobody likes me. And I don't feel like I belong on this earth anymore. So I was like, okay, let me write her a poem. Because back then I used to heavily write, love writing poetry. And I said, let me write you a 4-page letter. So I wrote her a 4-page letter and I explained how hard it was for me, how I was molested, how I struggled, how I was scared to be alone at night because of the things that happened. And I gave her a 4-page letter talking about 3 pages, the first 3 pages about the bad things, and the last page about the good things. So I was there like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. So I thought to myself, I said, giving her 3 pages of depressing stuff is not good. 3 pages of traumatic stuff isn't good. So I'll keep the first 3 pages and only give her the last page because it'll make her happy instead of her going through everything that I went through mentally. And I gave it to her and she liked it and she said, "Oh, thank you." I don't know if it helped her because the next thing I know, I left my book bag in class and it had the first 3 pages and the name of my poem was called Suicide. I remember my teacher saying she wrote a suicide note. She's so talented. I have to report this. And I'm like, my daughter's not suicidal. She's not suicidal at all. I didn't even know about suicide. I wasn't really, we learned about it, but I didn't really understand what it meant to be suicidal. And I got put into a cycle with people who were really suicidal, people who were really mentally distraught, and I learned a lot from them. I learned about self-mutilization, which is cutting, deprecating, hurting yourself. I learned a lot. And I'm like, Mom, I don't belong here. And she was just like, it's okay, baby, you gotta go through the process. And I had to stay there for 3 days and get mentally evaluated. And I heard the stories of my other friends, and I was like, they talked about what was in the letter, all the bad stuff. It's like your journal put on blast in a psych ward, and they're trying to see if you're sane or are you crazy. I had a mental disability, but at the moment I wasn't suicidal. And I struggled with knowing my self-worth because being in 2 household groups, completely opposites, at the same time is challenging. And I'm being careful with my words because it's been since 2018 that I felt that way where I need to be inpatient. And I cut my hair again because the left side is cut. This is actually my left. It looked like your right, but my left side was cut because it's all the toxicity, all the drama, all the hurt, all the pain, all of the things that take my power away. And all right, my hair is all right since I'm all right. I think I'll do this every May because I lost my child. I had a miscarriage. I lost my husband. Now I have an ex-husband in my marriage. There was a mistress. There were miscarriages. There were mindset shifts. There was money. There was mayhem. There was just manipulation. And mental health is real. And as I sit here and get hungry, I'm thinking, I love to eat. I love to be alive. I love to live life. But I have to be real with you. Life was hard for a long time. A long time. And I got out of the psych ward and I was different. It traumatized me. And the girl was out free and she was like, "Are you okay? I didn't warn you." She didn't warn me about saying those things out loud, how I really felt on the inside. It was challenging. Then I met my real best friend. I was like, nobody likes me. And she was like, I don't even like myself. Come on, let's play. And I remember her uplifting me And us working together till she became valedictorian, I got ranked 5th in my class. So I was really smart, but I wasn't confident. I wouldn't put the answer that I thought was the answer. Because the teacher used to put the wrong answers on the board to see who did their homework. And I'm like, I'm not getting those answers. I'm dumb. My best friend got all the extra credit because she would tell the teachers the right answers. The answers that I put. The answers when you do your homework. Mental health is real. It's Mental Health Awareness Month in May. So whenever you get this, know that there's people struggling with life-threatening mental illness. Whether they want to take their life, whether they are psychotic, whether they're emotional, whether they're depressed and just sad for extended periods of time, whether they have anxiety and drama and PTSD, military sexual trauma. It's real. I know because that was me. And I'm going through a 14-week program for surviving instead of just, well, I'm thriving instead of just surviving. And it's a challenge, but I can do this. And with your help and watching me by subscribing, liking, and sharing, we'll go to the next level. I know it seemed dark, but I just want to let you know that you're amazing. You're beautiful, you're handsome. Just love on yourself, because no one deserves to die.